Thank you for joining today's episode of Inside the Blue Zone. I'm Nate, and I'm here joined by our girl varsity wrestling team.
My name's Adrina Bentran. I'm a sophomore, and my weight class is 117.
I'm Arabella Rascon. I'm a sophomore, and I'm 120.
I'm Mia Gonzalez. I'm a junior, and my weight class is 125.
I'm Aida Molina. I'm a sophomore, and my weight class is 135.
I'm Lily Rodriguez. I'm a senior. My weight class is 140.
My name is Ella Stubo. I am a senior, and my weight class is 145.
First off, thank you guys for joining us on this podcast. And the first question I want to ask is, how did you guys get into wrestling, or when did you guys start?
I didn't really want to do wrestling. I wanted to do soccer, but my older sister was doing wrestling, so my dad kind of just threw me in there, and I started doing Sidikwa, so small tournaments, and towards the end of 8th grade. So then after that, I joined in high school, and then I've been doing it since then.
So I kind of got introduced to wrestling through Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I had been doing it since I was 4, and once I got towards middle school, I was thinking about the next thing. I knew in high school they had wrestling, so I started practicing just here and there with the Central team when I was younger with Adrina, and I ended up really enjoying it. And so I started competing in the Sidikwa tournaments, the small ones, and then eventually into the high school level.
I got into wrestling because I kind of got peer pressured into it, not gonna lie, by my family. So I was supposed to do it for 1 year, but I kind of started liking it after freshman year, and yeah, that's how I got into it.
I started just by doing jiu-jitsu, and I was just thinking what I wanted to do at high school, what sport. And I was thinking wrestling has something that has to do with jiu-jitsu kind of. And that's just kind of how I wanted to start, and yeah.
So I actually did jiu-jitsu too, and at that time I also played basketball. My mom coached basketball here at Centro, and I kind of felt pressure to do basketball, but me and my mom talked about it a lot, and we realized that I liked jiu-jitsu a lot more than I liked basketball, and I wanted to do 2 years of each, and my mom told me that was stupid, and I would not get good in either one of them if I did that. So she told me to just do whichever one I figured I would like more. And since I love jiu-jitsu so much, I figured it would be wrestling since it was the closest thing that I had to it. And since then, I just never quit. Just liked it enough to stay.
This is my first year wrestling. I did soccer the other 3 years, but I've been doing jiu-jitsu since I was 7. I stopped right before high school, but that helped me with some of the things I know now is because of jiu-jitsu, so that really helped a lot.
For the next question that we wanted to ask is, how do you guys like the tradition and being here at Central, wrestling here at Central?
I think it's pretty cool. My dad used to come to Central. He didn't wrestle. He was on the football team, but my 2 uncles wrestled, and they were state qualifiers. But I don't think they ever went. I don't know why, but there's a reason. And my older sister went to Central, Marie, and then my other older sister, Aubrey, went to Central, and she was a wrestler. So it feels cool that I'm kind of the last one to do the wrestling, and I wouldn't wrestle for any other school but Central. I think I just have a lot of pride for Central because of my whole family basically coming over here, so I actually really enjoy wrestling for my school.
I really like the environment that we have in the room. I think everybody is very friendly with each other, and we get along. It's not cliquey really. The boys don't just stay with the boys, and the girls don't just stay with the girls. We're all friends, and we all hang out and we get along. Even outside of the practice room, we talk to each other and see each other in the hallway, and yeah.
I like how we all get along. It's kind of like a family, and it's kind of corny to say, but I feel like we all get along really nice. And I like that wrestling for Central. Now that I won CIF, I'm kind of happy because my tío won CIF too. So it's kind of an alumni tradition, and also my cousin won too. So it's kind of nice to carry it on. But yeah.
I like it because we all get along, and we're not just like as soon as we like someone enters, like we all just welcome them. We're all friendly. Like we don't just but I just like how everyone works with each other. Like no one gets left behind. Like we're all just together.
Yeah, there are definitely some traditions on this team that I do want to carry over. Like, my coach has one where we all give him, like, our very, very first medal from our first tournament. And I haven't given him mine yet, but I'm waiting because I do want it to be special, like, ended where it all started. And I do love the environment of the wrestling room because really we all do flow together. We have our ups and downs here and there, but we all do love each other in the end. And as I'm the first wrestler in my family, we ain't done this before. So I like seeing where I'm leading my family. Hopefully I could get my sister and brother in here. If they hear this, they better freaking wrestle.
Besides my dad, I'm like one of the first family members to come to Central. So it's nice to just like be a part of this and be like one of the first to represent something good. Like our girls team got runner-up at CIF, and not a lot of teams in the past have done that, so it's just nice to represent.
And then I think by far, wrestling is like one of the most challenging sports mentally and physically. So how do you guys stay motivated during like your guys' practices and even throughout the season where you guys had to cut weight, stay at a weight, like walk us through it? For everyone is different.
Oh, heck yeah, bro. I sing and I dance during practices. You will not see anyone there singing and dancing more than I will, okay? That is like my therapy, bro. I cannot get a single, I could if I wanted to. I guess I could. But really, singing is like, it distracts me from everything. Like all the yelling and all this stuff. Like you'll see me freaking singing musicals in the corner, like before I cry.
Just block out all the noise.
Yeah, I block out the haters with my music, bro. And it's just, it really, I don't know, I think it lightens up the mood a little bit. Because like everyone's dying and I start singing and bam, we're all dying while singing. And it's so fun. And I think it like helps my cardio a little bit. So I really do love it a lot. I think that's what really motivates me through everything.
Wait, so it was what motivates us?
Yeah, like what motivates you throughout like
I think through season, I don't really know how to say this to words. That's dumb. No, that's true though. I would say it's more of discipline for me. I don't really feel that motivated throughout season. I think being with my team helps me a little, but it's just I stay disciplined most of the time. I don't feel motivated sometimes. I just think music, like Lily said, probably music helps a little.
I think it's really easy to get unmotivated, especially when you're not performing how you wish you could. But I like to remind myself that it's not about like all the little tiny things. We're aiming for the big goal, and why would I be here if I'm just miserable the whole time? So I try to spend time with my teammates and with my friends, enjoying myself, singing and dancing, and oh my God, the weight cuts.
Practice in. Sanchez, don't be a hater. We get our work done.
Yes. But yeah, just trying to find the light and enjoying it, and trying not to kill myself when I have to diet.
Something that keeps me motivated, especially like during a hard cut, because I had to cut like a pretty amount, like a pretty big amount in the beginning of the season. But something that kept me motivated was just my teammates. Like I can't do it. I can't be like who I am without them. And like you guys, they just kept me like motivated and like kept me strong. Because I'm pretty sure I would have quit if it weren't for you guys. Cause
yeah, you would have quit if it wasn't.
Yeah, I was super close to quitting.
I actually did quit for
I
like
did.
a week.
Yeah.
I literally dragged her by her little hairs and
Yeah, she brought me back, but it's why like I couldn't have done it without you guys, and I wouldn't be here. Like I'm pretty sure I would have been home like fat already if I didn't come back. So
something that's kept me motivated is probably like choosing the right partner, cause I picked mostly like Arabella or Adrina or like Lily. Like they were the ones that kept me like going, cause I would always just. Honestly, I would just be lazy. Like, sometimes I wouldn't work. So, but then, like, thanks to like all these girls, I've actually been like working. Like this actually took me to Masters, not just CIF but Masters, and yeah.
Something that keeps me motivated is probably knowing that if I put like hard work, I'll get a good outcome. Like I did wrestling just to get in shape, and I went to Masters not knowing how to wrestle, and I placed second at CIF. So.
And then for the next question is what is your guys' experience from going to CIF and Masters from your guys' freshman sophomore year to now, like the transition?
I would say, so last year, freshman year, I medically forfeited at CIF, so I couldn't qualify for Masters. This year, I didn't perform as well as I wanted to in CIF, but I made it to Masters, which was a new experience for me. And this year in Masters, I think I could have performed better. I did really good the first day, and then the second day, I think it just got to me, and I forgot how to wrestle the whole second day, and I wrestled really bad. So it was my first experience at Masters, so I didn't really know what to expect, but it is my bad for the way I performed at Masters, though.
So last year at CIF, my freshman year, I placed 5th that's and top 4 go to Masters. So I had spent like the next 2 weeks, I was like, I'm gonna get fat already. My season's done. Like, I'm not going to Masters. And then the day before Masters, it's like, oh hey, like you're gonna go tomorrow. And so I had to spend like the next night losing like 6 pounds so that I could weigh in and go to Masters the next day. And I didn't know what to expect. Like, I thought like I was gonna do good. I didn't have like a plan, but I ended up going 0-2 at Masters. I did not win anything, and so that was something that I wanted to keep in the back of my mind throughout this past season to have as a goal. And so my goal was to just earn my spot to Masters this year, and I ended up taking it all. I won CIF. And when I went to Masters this time, I had a higher seeding. And so I was seeded 2nd in Masters, and luckily I was able to make it, and I even punched my ticket to state this year, which is way better than what I was aiming for. I just wanted to have like at least one win compared to last year. So it's nice.
So really funny, sophomore year I didn't make weight for CIF, so I couldn't wrestle at all, and I was really emo and depressed about that. And that's like also a big reason why I wanted to quit, because like, why am I wasting my time working so hard and I didn't even make weight? So that was kind of like really discouraging. And this year my goal was for CIF just to make weight. Like, that was my goal. And also like, I wanted to qualify for Masters, and I can't believe I won CIF. It was really unexpected too. I wasn't seeded. I was seeded 3rd, I think. And that's because like the number 1 seed was taken out. So I got bumped up. So I was kind of like, it was like an upset if you think about it. And for Masters, I was honestly like really, the whole week before Masters, I was really like thinking, I was doubting myself, like thinking I was not going to do good. And then I had the girl from Hopeville who beat me my first match. So also that kind of like, I got in my head a bit. And then I got lucky and I pinned her. And then I had the semifinal against the 2nd seed, and I for sure thought I was gonna lose, and I was already checking where I was gonna go in the cons bracket. and then after that, I was like, okay, well, let me just get this match over with. And then surprisingly, I pinned her, and I got my finalist sheet, and I was just really happy. Like, I didn't expect it, and that's when I qualified for state. Like, automatically, I got my ticket, so I was super excited about that.
Well, for me, since this was like my first year making it to CIF, because last year I did not make it at all. I didn't even finish my season. But this year I was just like, I was about to quit before even CIF, until my mom kept pressuring. She was like, just try it out if like you make it to CIF. And then so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna try. So then I tried, and then turns out that I made it to the CIF, and then I didn't think I was gonna place at CIF. I thought I was just gonna go and then see how it was. But surprisingly, I placed, and I even made it to Masters. And I was even more surprised when the first day of Masters, I not placed, but I made it to the second day. And I was just really happy because I didn't think I was going to make it that far. And then on the second day, it went pretty good but bad. But yeah, I just know that I gave it my all, and I did pretty good.
So all of my past 3 years, I've had this little curse, kind of, this little constant thing that I've never been able to get over. And I've gotten third place at every single CIF and Masters. And it really bugged me because I always thought I could do better. And I didn't know why I was never doing better than I thought I could have done. And so this year at CIF, I did end up making it. I ended up making it to the finals. And I wrestled against a girl that I wrestled in the finals for Queen of the Desert. And I didn't do as good as I thought I could, but I did beat her. And it was such a mind-blowing moment because I've been working towards that moment all off season, all these years, all this time and effort. And it really came out into that moment. And it was just so absolutely mind-blowing to me that I was able to accomplish that goal that I had this entire time. I broke the curse. And then at Masters, I did not do as well as I thought I could have. I went against the number 1 in the state, and I lost to her by some points. And then I ended up going against the number 3 in the state, and again, I lost to her by 2 points. Didn't qualify for state this year, which has honestly been the toughest loss I think I have ever faced. I've never felt anything quite as horrible, knowing that I had so much on my shoulders to carry into this was my senior year. I thought I could become All-American, and I didn't, but it was really tough. I am glad to see how far I have come, though, and I am proud of me and my team overall.
My only goal for CIF was to at least have 1 win. I wasn't seeded, so I didn't expect much from myself, but I ended up placing second out of a lot of girls. Well, it wasn't that many girls, but I'm proud of myself because they've been training for this since they were 4 or 5, and I've only been training for 2 months. So I'm proud of myself that I was able to place with little experience.
And before we end off this podcast, what's something you would tell your younger self or someone that wants to get in wrestling, but what you wish you knew when you were younger?
I would say if you're thinking of doing it and you're younger, start doing it. Don't wait till, I'm going to do it in high school, because it's going to be a really kick in the butt when you go against someone who's been wrestling since they were 2 and you wanted to wait and do it to your freshman year and you get obliterated on the mat. So if you're thinking of doing it and you are young right now and you're not in high school, do it. Don't waste your time. Just start practicing.
I would say to enjoy it, because it's really easy to kind of get caught up in your emotions and all of the stress and everything. So if you're too stressed about it, it's just not going to be enjoyable for you. It's really easy to just not enjoy it, but try and find the light in it. Enjoy it, because it's once you fall in love with it, it's it's your favorite thing in the world. It's all you think about all day. It's all you want to do, and it's really fun. I would say definitely join. Definitely have fun. Don't listen to what other people say about stress and everything. Just try it and enjoy it for yourself.
Something I would tell to a beginner or someone, even my past self, is just stop getting in your head so much. And wrestling can be really depressing if you just think about how bad it can be. Anything can be depressing. If you think about the bad things, of course it's going to be horrible to go through. But if you just think about the good and you try to embrace everything that's happening, just take everything in, because it's only going to happen once. I'm already a junior. I have 1 more season left, and it just went by super fast, to be honest. So I'm just trying to take everything in. It sucks that I kind of realized it too late, to start having fun. But now that I am, I'm starting to enjoy it now. So.
Something that I'll say is just start doing it right now. and you'll know what you could expect like right now at high school, and you'll like not pressure yourself on learning like something that you don't know, and just discipline yourself as much as you can, and just enjoy it. Don't over stress about it, and yeah.
Something I'd say is, if you want to do it, just do it, and have fun with it. You'll learn a lot, not only the sport, but other things like discipline and stuff like that.
So, if I had to say one thing, I would say to just try to have fun with it. Before this all really started, I was just some random freaking little weird kid trying to do wrestling just 'cause. And I did end up making it to state, and since that moment, I've had this constant pressure and fear of having to do the best and trying to be the best and beat everyone. And it ruined all the fun and love I had found for this sport. And it really did make wrestling hard these past couple of years. A lot harder than I think it should have been. I only ever really enjoyed one tournament. Out of all of my tournaments, I only did one without the immense fear and pressure of all of it. And that tournament destroyed it, dude. Freaking, I beat this girl that had beat me before, and she's so good. But I did end up beating her, and that was the moment where I was like, dude, maybe I could have fun with this. And then once I got back into season, I do kind of realize that I do still have that pressure, and I'm so sad that ruined my experience, I think. Because I really do think it put like this giant stain on the fun of this entire sport. And so please, if you are going to do it, just try to find the fun in it. Make sure that it's really what you want to do and not just something that someone's forcing you to do. So you can't really do good in a sport unless you like it. So please make sure you have fun.
And that will conclude today's podcast. Again, thank you, girls, for coming out and talking about your guys' experience. And good luck to the ones in state, and good luck to next year's season.